guest, I should say, on the program today, Mr. Steve Catlett. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Rob.
Formerly in charge of Parks and Recreation.
Morning, Steve.
Now the Vice President of the Berkeley County Commission. A comment, Steve, on the open. We hear Jason Baker, I know you hear it in your headphones, from the city of Martinsburg regarding the impact fees and the city not having any input on that. Any thoughts on that? I know this is not the reason why we brought you in here today.
Sure.
H.D. Boyd gets to play with that, but while you're here.
Well, obviously, we didn't want to include the city initially, and there was no thought to do so. But after looking at all the legalities of it and all, it seems like we're going to have to, and it would include also the town of Hedgesville. So they have a building permits, and they issue building permits in Hedgesville as well. So it's something that we need, and we're going to move forward. Their fee will be reduced as far as the fire and rescue and the law enforcement side of it, because they have their own departments, and so it'll be around $3,100 or so probably for the city, and it's going to drop to about $5,100 in the county now, because by including those, the city, the figures go down, the population grows, so
the pool becomes bigger.
We won't be at 5,500. We're going to adjust that down. Probably it's going to be around 5,100 now.
So by extension, by logical extension, if the referendum for sales tax passes and then the county were to vote itself a sales tax, would that by definition have to include the city to have?
It would not. No, that code's been written so it does not include municipalities, because they already have it in place. And so it's different, you know. There's taxes, there's fees, so there's different structures. But
Isn't 99% of the growth, or 98 or 95% of the growth outside of the city anyway?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, there is no, I mean, I live in the city. There's really not a lot of room for growth.
Yeah, other on the west side of 81, probably, yeah. That's where the growth would be in the city, most likely, so.
Let's also say good morning to Buzz Poland. Good morning, Buzz. Good to see you again. Come closer to your microphone, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. If you're here, it must mean we are close to Labor Day.
We are very close to Labor Day, and it's sneaking up on everybody really quick.
Well,
this time next week, Labor Day is going to be, Labor Day 25 will be history.
Yeah.
This is the earliest you can have a Labor Day, first Monday of September 1.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are the ticket sales going?
Ticket sales seem to be going well, but we are here to encourage WRNR listeners to come out and give it a try if they've never been there before.
Ticket sales for what?
The Labor Day breakfast. If you're new to the community, this is an annual tradition, and it helps to support Parks and Recreation. And Buzz, who sponsors this breakfast?
It's sponsored by the War Memorial Park Association, which is a private 501c3 that operates as a Friends of the Park, and started this in 1948 as a major fundraiser to develop War Memorial Park. And certainly not all, but many of the capital improvements at War Memorial over the last 40 years have particularly been from this fundraiser that we have once a year, and we encourage donations at the same time too. It's a great breakfast with fresh steak. I'll let Steve get into the menu here in a minute. He's purveys all the food and so forth. I'm just a ticket guy. I stay away from the food.
Let me ask
and
this
except
question.
for to eat.
77 years.
Yeah.
Is this the longest running event in Berkeley County, if not West Virginia?
One of them, for sure, yeah. Actually, I think back to research, I did a history of the park a couple of years ago, and it's on the website now. And the breakfast started in the park became a public park in 1947, but it wasn't fully developed until the 50s.
Okay.
And the breakfast started, early bird breakfast, they called it. It was $5, and it was 1951, so it's been going on since 51. And
wow.
the only year since then, it was not a breakfast, it was the COVID year of 2020. And WNR&R, we had the non-breakfast fundraiser at the park and raised $20,000, and it was all net because we had no expenses that year.
Yeah, you didn't have to serve any food.
So next year will be the 75th anniversary of the, you guys have got to
Of
do
the
something
breakfast,
big
of the breakfast, yeah. We celebrated the 75th anniversary of the park a few years ago. So,
Right,
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, so
that's amazing.
But all the funds go specifically to War Memorial Park. And what has happened over the years is, the breakfast will raise anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000, and then we get other contributions throughout the year. We get some estate settlements through the Park Association and different things, but we always match it with other grants so that it goes a lot further. And last year, for instance, the money from several years of the breakfast went to build replace the hollow pavilion, and we coupled that money with LEDA money from the state legislature from Blair and Trump and some other funds, and it didn't cost the park board or the county or the city any extra dollars at all to build the new pavilion. It's about a $125,000 project. This year it's going to be a new playground area, about a $150,000 project. They have a LWCF grant, Land and Water Conservation Fund grant, through the State Economic Development Office, and we're raising last year's breakfast, this year's. We've got LEDA money coming from Patricia Rucker and State Senator Jason Barrett, and also the Eastern West Virginia Community Foundation, Randy Smith Fund's going to contribute money. So we're going to build that $150,000 project, again, at no cost to the park board or to the city or county.
I found out a couple years ago, playground equipment is incredibly expensive.
Sure.
When we had to, in our HOA, after 20 years, replace all the stuff over at the tot lot.
It is.
And I thought, how much can a bunch of pieces of plastic and a couple of posts cost? And apparently a lot.
A lot.
Very expensive, yeah.
Yeah, if it was an eye-opener.
And this one's going to be ADA accessible and all with the rubberized surface, so you get into the rubberized surface. The only one in the whole park system right now is out at Poorhouse Farm Park, and it's very expensive to install that, but once you do, it makes it wheelchair accessible a lot easier than just mulching on.
So gone are the
Good
days of those 15-foot sliding boards that go into gravel from my youth.
Ours went
A million degrees in the sun.
You
And the
couldn't
metal
burn
would
your
burn
skin.
you as you went down, the sun hitting it.
We had
and,
monkey bars that were over asphalt.
Yeah, for sure.
We were trying to thin the population back then. Yeah.
Well, the
Wheel breaker carousels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got certified a few years back in playground safety and did all this. But
None of the stuff from our youth would have passed.
The worst playgrounds were in our school system, on asphalt and stuff like John was saying.
Yep.
But they've corrected all that in the last few years, and it's much safer now.
Yeah, well, we did used to climb over asphalt.
Oh, yeah.
How do we all survive, you know?
No helmets with the bicycles, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So the tickets are $35 a piece?
$35 in advance. Calling for a beautiful day, so I would encourage people to get out to. The list is so long of all the places. I can try to rattle off a few of the more public places, like the Parks and Rec administrative office, right behind Lambert Pool, Patterson's Drugstore, Chamber of Commerce office, Convention and Tourism Bureau, Depot Florist,
Pill and Pill.
Hensel
Realty, yeah.
L.A. Roberts.
Yeah, right.
Looks like you have a QR code on your form.
There is.
I'm always amazed at how those things work.
Yeah.
And if anybody is concerned about the price at $35 a ticket, I looked this up. The $5 ticket in 1951, the equivalent today is $62.
Wow.
So it's actually a bargain. It's gone
is.
down.
It's a big discount.
Yes.
It is $40 at the door, John, for people who want to just hold off for whatever reason. But we've always offered a little discount in advance for people that are willing to commit. And that's really what makes this work. And Steve gets a better feel for how many steaks and country hams to be ordering and things like that.
Do you guys need volunteers to hold up the actual door? Since, at the park, there isn't a door.
Well,
So if you don't have to go through a door, does that make it still 35? Or
yeah.
You come out, and we will find a door for you to hold for somebody.
Maybe to the Porta-John.
I appreciate it.
One of the changes we made a few years ago, we started allowing kids 10 and under to eat for free. And they don't get a steak or a country ham slice, but they get hot cakes. So we have pancakes, hot cakes, whatever you want to call them now, and eggs and stuff for the young kids. So, and then people that wouldn't come because they had younger kids now will come, or older folks will bring their grandkids and come. And,
That's a great idea.
Enjoy the park, and so I think that's really helped. And our goal was to sell at least 500 tickets. It dropped significantly after COVID for a few years. The most we ever had, I got this in my mind, 597 was the all-time record.
Wow.
What year?
And oh my, I knew you were going to ask me that, Rob. I want to say
1991.
early 90s, yeah, and it was crazy. We were running back to Martin's or wherever the closest store was back and forth. We were running out of things, but that was great. So if we hit 500, we do very well. We can net easily 15,000 off of 500 ticket sales, and plus that doesn't include the contributions in addition to the ticket sales.
You have somebody who's going to do some matching again this year?
There's not a match.
Not
No match this year? Okay.
No.
Unless you'd like to step up.
Oh, yeah.
We would certainly welcome that.
John was interested, maybe.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking behind him right now.
So how does it? Is it a buffet?
No.
No.
I'm glad you
not a
brought that
buffet.
up.
If it's a buffet, I'm quit.
No. There will be many volunteers there serving, many county officials, city officials.
The Faith Christian Academy students and Jen Stanley, they come the last 4 or 5 years. They're awesome.
They're a huge help.
Yeah.
But no, you just come in, find a comfortable seat under one of the beautiful pavilions, and waiter will take your order, get your steak cooked to order. Scrambled eggs, we did consolidate that several decades ago. They used to offer
Eggs to order.
dippy eggs.
Oh, jeez.
That's not happening right now.
Everything. That was my first job, was washing china plates that had dippy eggs on them. And
What's a dippy egg?
Sunny side up.
Sunny
What's
side
up?
up. You have your toast and you dip
it in the egg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You haven't been here in the country long.
No, I've never
That's
heard of a dippy egg. You know.
Yes.
Well, he's the only one I ever heard called a dippy egg. It's
I've heard. That's great.
yeah,
I've heard it.
sunny side up, I think is it.
Sunny side up.
Over
roast
easy.
call.
Over easy.
Over easy. I've definitely heard the term dippy egg.
Have you?
Because, yeah,
It's
absolutely.
a dippy egg.
It's easy for kids to remember. What kind of toast do you want? I want a dippy egg.
Yeah.
And what kind of egg you want?
Okay.
Yeah. Dippy toast.
I
that's
thought
it.
we were talking on an adult level here. Excuse me.
Yes. Yes.
Never. Not on this program.
Okay.
Yeah. What time do you begin serving?
we begin serving at 7:30, wrap things up by 10:30. Well, cleanup and so forth goes wrapping up beyond that, but the serving time is 3 hours. And over the last several years, in particular, we've hovered right around serving 400 people.
Wow.
Cooked to order breakfast in a 3-hour time period, which is
A lot of people get breakfasts to go and take them with her, or just drive by and pick it up and leave. You know, so
Which is
either way,
a nice convenience.
We do a lot of that. I would say at least 50 of those probably.
Oh, yeah.
In addition to the people eating.
put
on
in a little
site.
plug for them, and I know they're a great advertiser on WRNR. Parsons Ford does that.
Sure.
They've got sales open for the day, and they come and pick up a big order and carry out stuff. And
Isn't that great, Buzz?
yeah, what a better thing to do for your employees than a great breakfast on Labor Day that supports the park as well.
Tell me about, let's talk about the park for a second and what it means. It's essentially located in Martinsburg, and it's a gathering place for so many people for so many years, generationally. Steve,
I was at
Big part of
Johnny's the other day picking up supplies for Labor Day, and
Yeah.
the guy said, "Well, what's this?" And I said, "Toast." So I sat there, and he didn't want to hear it, but for the next 10 minutes, I lectured him on the history of War Memorial Park and why it was so important and all this, and it became a public park in 1947. The local leaders of the community wanted to do something in memory of the war veterans that gave the ultimate sacrifice during World War II and also include World War I. And so they wanted to create a living memorial to those folks. And what better way to do it than a beautiful park? And so that's how it all began, as a living memorial. And it started in 47, and look today, it is the nicest park in Berkeley County. It is the most visited park in Berkeley County, and it is a special place. And all the years that I was there, I spent a lot of time there. What got me the most was to watch family members of the folks that names are on the granite up at the top of the hill at the memorial would sit there for hours and stare at that granite. And I never served in the military, But after taking care of that park all these years, it gives me cold chills to think about what those folks did for our freedom and all, and it's awesome, and it's just a special place, and it's a fun place to be. We have our Catlett reunion there every year. We just had it a few weeks ago, and it's awesome. You know, we have 100 and some plus people there, and the kids have plenty to do whatever they want to do. They can golf, mini golf, and pool, swim, and volleyball, and playground, and the adults enjoy it. The park is shaded. All the trees initially were planted in memory of those folks, the maple trees there. Now they're 75 years old now, and they're starting to age out, and a lot of them are dying off, but there have been new tree plantings over the years to compensate. Shaded park, it's a beast to take care of, but I will say this, the park's in the best shape it's ever been in the history of the park. Now I understand there's a leak in the pool again, but it's 27 years old now, so it's due for a leak, and it'll get fixed hopefully and move on, but the park itself is in great shape. Every pavilion now has been replaced, and all the pavilions are in, there's 6 of them are in great shape. Get the pool fixed, the new concession, everything, the tennis courts are in great shape. The park's in fabulous shape, and it's about a 19.6 acre parcel there. And I would say this, over the years in West Virginia, other than maybe Ritter Park in Huntington, it's the nicest urban park in the state of West Virginia. No question.
And it's a great point that you made that may have gotten lost in the discussion, which is that those maple trees were planted initially when the park was opened.
It's correct.
And they've been around as long as the park. That's a great piece of history.
Yeah. And there was a plaque there at the foot of each tree in memory of the person's name on it, the ultimate sacrifice. They gave the ultimate sacrifice. And of course, over the years, as the trees grew, a lot of the plaques got uprooted or the mowers damaged them enough. So the initial first memorial that was built was a brick memorial down next to the concession stand. And then in I don't know, that was 87 when that was built.
And
87. Then in 2006, we moved it from there to the granite memorial up above the stage, so that when you had the programs and all, it was invisible. And now when you drive into the park, there's 3 ways to drive into the park, 3 entrances. You see the memorial now, regardless of how you come in. So, and it's right in the center of the park, the highest location of the park, and everybody knows it, and it's just special. And
go ahead, Buzz.
What?
You were going to say?
He's filled in everything. Oh, I'm moving back.
Yeah.
I've just long legs.
He's still thinking about those. He's still thinking about those dipping eggs.
Dippy eggs.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Tickets are $35, $40 if not at the door.
40 at the door.
No doors, but 40 at the park.
Correct. It's like Les Nedsman's office.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Invisible door.
I cannot hear you, Herb. Yeah, I got you. So you're hoping to get about 15,000 net out of this for this one here.
Yeah.
Right.
At least.
What sells more, steak or the country ham?
Steak. Yeah.
Number 1 seller.
Yeah. They average about
2/3.
2 to 1.
It's a non-election year. Are you going to still have any politicians there serving?
Oh, we do. We have people. I mean, there's some great people that volunteer. Manuel Washington, Frank Kaiser's Mr. Coffee. He fixes the coffee all morning, gets there at 5:30, meets me every year and starts the coffee. Kim Walber and Manuel Washington. Jamie Weller comes out every year with his own grill, uses his own propane, brings 3 helpers, and he cooks the steaks all morning for us.
Where do you get the steaks and the eggs? That's a lot of steaks and eggs.
It is. We've been very fortunate, John. This will be the 4th year now since Wise Market opened a new store. They've been providing the steaks pretty much at their cost. Wow. And, beef is very high now, but they matched last year's price for us again this year, so very affordable. And the country ham slices have been coming from Crestview down on Shepherdstown Road. They do a terrific job. We used to have to buy the whole hams, and then we try to sell the hocks and do that. Now they keep the hocks because they can sell them, and they sell it at their cost. They slice them on their cost, the price of the meat, to us every year, so that it's affordable for us. And over the last several years, we've been fixing the meals for about $5 a meal, if you can believe that, with the steak or country.
Wow.
Does it come with toast or biscuit or some kind of
toast? The eggs, scrambled eggs, toast, and then the drinks. You have coffee, you have orange juice, you have bottled water, you have milk for the young kids, and of course now the hot cake thing. And so we tell our waiter and waitresses, if the adults want hot cakes, which they all do, feed them too. We want them to go home full and happy and come back next year. So We're starting to make more hotcakes than we ever did, but it's a good thing, you know. It's wonderful. We want people to be full and leave and be happy.
I've been out there a few times, and it's just a lot of fun, and you see so many people in the community, and it's just
it's a buzz. It's like the official end of summer for Berkeley County.
Yes, without a doubt.
And as it is Labor Day, that means that's the last day the pools are open, generally speaking,
is.
right? Yeah, so have your dippy eggs and take a dip.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Take a
the problem
dip in
with
the pool.
the War Memorial Pool is not a big one, and they can get it figured out without having to spend a bunch of money.
Again, Buzz, how do you get tickets for this in advance?
Tickets in advance, the places we rattled off there a few minutes ago. John's got the list.
Patterson's
help me out
Drugstore,
there.
Chamber of Commerce, Pill and Pill, Hensel Realty, L.A. Roberts, Jewelry, MBCPR Administrative Office.
The Martinsburg, the Parks and Rec office.
Got it.
Right behind Lambert Pool.
What hours are they there? They're there till 4 or 5, I think.
Till 5.
Till 5. That's probably the easiest place because you know they're going to be there, and they got a bunch of them, and we need to get as many people as possible.
Or
out
online,
there.
you can go to warmemorialparkassociation.com.
Right, they are available online. There is a very minimal service fee through the company that does that.
And many individuals will have them too. this year.
Convention Tourism Bureau on East Ray Street as well has tickets.
Buzz, good to see you again. Happy Labor Day.
Always.
Right?
Thank you.
Mr. Catlett?
Headed to Sam's when I leave here to shop for the breakfast.
Buy in bulk, baby.
Nice.
Buy in bulk. Save that money. Thank you, gentlemen. That's the Labor Day breakfast.